Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time for the AR Wrestling WrestleMania 41 Reaction Show Season 2. It's all over. That's wraps. You know what I mean?
Season
Alex,
two
what is
comes up
going on?
next week, dude. We've been doing this for over a year now. And honestly, with like the two listeners we got, we fucking love you guys, dude. We fucking love y'all.
Straight up.
So I'm feeling all right. WrestleMania was very amazing. Night one, okay, dude. Night one and night two were just like they were really odd, to be honest. But they counteracted each other. But I think WrestleMania as a whole was amazing. It's what it is. What you been on, Ryan? How you been as well?
I've been good. I've been good. I got some thoughts about WrestleMania. It's had its ups. It had its downs. It had its
Good.
Travis Scotts. It had its
Yeah,
Joe Hendrys.
God, I hated that. Hated seeing Travis Scott at
God
WrestleMania. That
damn.
was awful.
It was a mixed bag, in my opinion. But I agree for the most part. Night one, I have mostly just positive feelings towards. And night two is where things kind of got rocky for me,
Yeah, if
which
you're
kind
looking
of
at
has happened a lot.
God,
Nah, this is just like it just kind of has happened the past few years. I feel like. Let me
yeah,
know if I'm wrong.
I think night one's main event was better than night two's. But I think if you look at the card realistically and how the matches went, except for maybe the Randy Orton versus Joe Hendry match, that was just kind of whatever. A lot of them were good compared to night one's. But you also got to think I feel like a lot of just this WrestleMania alone was based off of storytelling instead of changing everything. So especially
Mhm.
honestly we're a week after Raw after WrestleMania. We're not going to do that because we're implementing shit. Sorry, we will get shit hopefully soon for you guys, like new intro, whatever. But it's like that. Um, we're doing this a week after. We already know what happens on Raw and SmackDown. Like that shit was just wild, bro.
Hell yeah. As we go through this, we might call out how like things on Mania connected to the Raw and Friday after.
I like
Just a
that.
little bit, not a full, review of the Raw and Friday after Mania because we did take a week off for that. We
I
did need
think
a bit of a
we'll
break.
give you guys some highlights though, and our new setup of styles of how we're doing everything. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, let's just get right into it, Ryan. I'm ready if you are.
Oh yeah, I am definitely ready, and what a way to open it up.
It is the World Heavyweight Championship match. It is our challenger. He is from San Francisco, California. It is main event Jay
Ooh,
Uso
so
versus his big Austrian bastard Gunther. And I'm gonna say this right now. I was extremely happy with this match for mainly one reason, and I think you and I both pointed it out during the match. No, you had pointed it out to me during the match. Jay only kicked or used a super kick twice in this entire match. He went
mm-hmm.
bar for bar with Gunther. Um, kind of, Jay like ate everything Gunther had at the beginning. He kind of gets in the repertoire of Gunther. They kind of go back and forth. Gunther does end up hitting Jay with this belt, though, unfortunately. And this is at the point in the match where I bit. Like I was like, oh, damn, this match is over. I'm about to crash out. Ryan might have a new TV after tonight. I don't know yet.
Oh god.
And so, after a lot of back and forth, Jay kind of kicks out of everything Gunther has and starts hitting Gunther with his own moves. We see him put him in the sleeper, and Gunther immediately taps. And with main event, Jey Uso as your new World Heavyweight Champion. Yay! I have been thriving off of this thing all week, dude. I love it. Love it.
Me too, dude. I'm
Um,
riding the high for a week straight.
I'm gonna say this though. People are shitting on the fact that Gunther tapped out of the sleeper so fast. Let's run it back to NXT, I believe. Ilya versus Gunther is NXT UK. If I even want to if you want to go farther back, I'm pretty sure Ilya Dragunov hit Gunther the same thing and Gunther tapped out.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
The sleeper
So
might be
stop that.
Gunther's favorite finisher, but it's also a kryptonite.
Stop the hate. I get it. It's WrestleMania. It's a World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther's been known to do this though. Stop the hate. Ugh. Yeet. And honestly,
Ugh.
the next match that came up kind of just made me not interested in WrestleMania Night 1. New Day versus the War Raiders. Honestly, to me, this is a very boring match. Did not like either outfit. What the fuck was the War Raiders outfit? That was awful. I just can't. So would you see like a lot of double teams? You know, Eric and Ivar saving each other, but just to kind of end this match, I'm gonna just get right through it. Like I said, this match bored the shit out of me.
This is a raw match, dog. It's a raw match.
Yeah, Kofi stops a War Machine, letting the New Day to hit. I think their new finisher is called Daylight, and they run away with the gold. Basically, it was not a fan of this match, but I do like the fact that New Day has the World Tag Team Championships now. I think it sets a new path for them because it's actually giving them something to do. Unfortunately, Ivar and Eric, they don't really have much, but they only can go so far. Like I feel like a lot of what we have now can only go so far. Like I feel the same way about Penta and Rey Fenix. I think they can only go so far. I don't think they're going to get to the status that everybody could see them at one day, but that's just my personal opinion. So I don't know. I don't know about you. What do you think, Ryan?
We'll definitely see about all of them. I'm happy with the results, but like this just shouldn't have been on the show. Like the Friday after, like we got that TLC match, right? Where
That
Montez
match was
pulls
like,
out a dude's prosthetic fucking leg.
bro,
Come
he gets
on
it
now.
thrown to him. He goes, "Here, take my leg, bro."
Take my leg! Take my leg! Like, could you imagine
Literally.
if that was a Mania moment?
Oh my god, that would have been nuts.
Oh my goodness. But
But I
yeah, I
mean,
agree. I'm happy with the result, not happy with the match itself, which um
beggars can't be choosers.
kind of is something that happens later on in the show too, I think.
I definitely do
Another
agree.
big match I'll let y'all know about.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to get into the second match though. The
Oh
third
yeah.
match of the night. Let's
Third
get it, Ryan.
match, of course. It is Jade Cargill versus Naomi taking over on the Friday Night SmackDown side of things. And she just gets fired up right away. You know, these two have hated each other. It's been a rivalry going on since last year where Naomi threw her on top of a car. So Naomi goes for the limbs the entire time as Jade actually does some pretty good selling, but she does hit a jackhammer. Hopefully we'll see Goldberg back hopefully soon on that tour. But on the top rope, Naomi will eventually reverse Jade to a bulldog and a moonsault. That was a good near fall, the only one that really she got the entire match. But Jade breaks out of a ton of new moves, and she gets jaded for the win. But this was a show out for Jade, I would say. Like I said,
Oh
showing
god,
out a
I
whole
was
bunch of new
very.
moves.
I'm just saying, bro. Her entrance, like I love Jey Uso. Everybody knows I love Jay, like, dude. But Jade's entrance was so fucking cool. That was probably besides maybe Tiffany Stratton's. I'm saying this right, and CM Punk's. I'm sorry, I'm saying this right now, bro. That entrance, probably one of the greatest entrances I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to
Played right
entrances,
into the
night one
character.
has everybody beat.
Oh
Like,
yeah, played
Jade
right into the
Cargill's
character. Everything.
fucking fire. Tiffany Stratton's amazing. Everyone in the triple threat main event had a freaking amazing entrance as well.
And honestly, that match could have been the main event tonight too. Hot take.
Mm-hmm. Freaking awesome. But so is the next match that we see because we got a new United States champion from post to post, coast to coast. Yeah, I mean, 5, 2.
Dude.
Damn, straight. We see the Samoan werewolf throughout the match going ham. He's hitting moonsault. He's catching Knight midair with power slams, but moonsault eventually gets countered. While he's midair, gets hit with a fucking BFT. Like, I genuinely thought Fatu was going to get pinned after that. Like, how? How does LA Knight pull it off? He's amazing. He's a megastar. The perpetual motion machine. Yeah. But Fatu, of course,
Yeah.
grabs the ropes and later hits a second rope moonsault before dropping 2 moonsaults on his ass with that Fatu shit to get the 1, 2, 3.
Fatu on that Fatu shit for real. Come on now, let me talk to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. Yeah. Oh my god, how are we feeling about Fatu? New US champion. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, I loved what he did with Solo on Friday. That was amazing. That's how you keep Jacob and Solo apart while keeping them together. It is
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Damn
But
straight.
overall, dude, I would have been like, we had this. We talked about this on the pre-show. We would have been okay with either. Honestly, like I would have been okay with LA Knight winning. I would have been okay with Fatu winning. Like I really would have been okay with both of them. But this match was amazing. Better than the match that was 2 matches before.
Yeah, I don't agree with a lot of people who jump on the LA. A lot of people say the same thing about LA Knight that they say about Jey Uso is that
Yeah.
he's nothing more than a Rock and a Stone Cold ripoff. He can't wrestle, he can't do this, he can't do that. He's constantly botching shit. But I think I called it out to you while the match was actually happening. Was like he used to like slip up when he was doing that like box jump up to the top rope, but now he hit that bitch like 5 times consecutively in that match. And like
Yeah,
I feel like
man.
LA Knight's really like stepped up his game to be a genuinely good wrestler now.
Oh, and I agree to that 100%. People going to hate just to hate. People going yap
Mm-hmm.
just to yap. We all see it.
Yapping,
Literally, Naomi is doing it right now. She is yapping to yap.
literally yapping,
So
yap, yeah, dummy,
I
yeah.
think, yeah, I think overall it's just something that you have that you just kind of. There's people that are going to be like that. There's going to be the haters. I'm the same way with Jay. He's not a three move. He's not a 3 move bust. That man literally kept up with Gunther. Like I was telling everyone who asked me my thoughts on that match. I said Jay is going to keep up. What does he proceed to do? He keeps up. Any of the haters, you can suck my dick.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel about LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeet.
Yeet. Or in your case, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people can hate to hate. They're going to hate. But you know what? They're
Mhm.
still fans. At the end of the day.
I do think this next match though should be getting hate though.
This match was fucking awful. Awful. Like, you want to talk about two WrestleMania debuts, and you go out doing this. It's Chad Gable. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's Chad Gable. It is Ray Phoenix versus Chad Gable. Chad Gable had a pretty cool entrance. Ray Phoenix, that was kind of a dud. That was a straight dud. And I get it. His match was during the day. A lot of this was during the day because they decided to do it in Las Vegas, out of all places.
Yeah, right.
So the
Well,
time
they're
zones are
going
going to be
to
all
Vegas a
fucked up.
lot. I feel like now, like that ever since that TKO deal, I feel like Vegas is going to be a big stop for them. Like every time they
Oh,
go to
100%.
events now.
Especially because Dana White has that, or not Dana White, but UFC has that partnership. 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially the sphere is going to be used a lot, but I don't think we're going to see wrestling matches in there. I think we'll
No,
see like what they've been doing with that is like put WrestleMania on that screen.
yeah, like that viewing experience thing that we see all the time
Yes,
advertising shit.
hmm exactly that. So, um, but with this match being said, this match to me, I loved the entrance of the debut of Ray Phoenix. That was cool as shit. But this was lame as hell as well. I think. And it's not. I mean, yes, the only match I have probably really enjoyed right now that I've talked about was Jay's match. But I mean, I very much enjoyed Fatu versus Knight. I very much enjoyed Jay Cargo versus Naomi, as some people may have hated on it. Um, I just I felt again this was pushed. This being pushed, especially with Ray Phoenix. I think you and I had talked. It would have been better to do Dragon Lee.
Yeah,
I believe
especially
so.
with him
Yeah,
losing. Like, especially if you're
right.
gonna have him lose. Like, it definitely should have been Dragon Lee.
Mm, but I mean, again, we're not in the minds of the $1 billion princess's husband. So, but I mean, overall, this match, like I said, we saw some crazy shit. We saw a backwards 450 from Americano, leading to him leading to also dropping the goodbye amigo kick that Ray Phoenix does. Sorry, I'm trying to fucking read the notes. Very difficult when you're retarded. Just kidding. Don't sue us. You got my amigo kick later though. Or no, we did see. I forgot. I don't want to push past this. After the ref, obviously, he gets involved and distracted. Americano ended up being thrown in the corner where he puts that dumbass plate and his mask. Oh, I wonder who it could be. You got the same tattoo, dude. Um, Goodbye Amigo kick lead to the loaded match though hurts Ray Phoenix's foot and the ankle lock is applied. but a headbutt to Phoenix midair and a top rope headbutt gave Americano the win. Which I feel like part of this match is only to really promote WWE's deal with her acquiring AAA.
Hell yeah, that is
I'm very excited about that.
definitely an acquisition. We saw Vikingo in the front row, which I'm pretty excited about him coming potentially to WWE, or maybe they just keep running AAA and it's ran by WWE. Who knows?
I think that's what they'll probably do, to be honest.
There's a name that is, I'm pretty sure the AAA World Champion right now that we kind of don't want back in WWE. So keep Alberto
No,
Del
he got
Rio the
released.
fuck out of here.
He got released.
You did?
Yep, he's released.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, fucked, loser.
Yeah, fuck, bitch. Get out of here.
From what I assume I had read, that was correct. Alberto Del Rio was released.
Oh yeah,
So,
as it should be.
but let's, I guess, get into the segment of the
Oh yeah,
attendance.
go ahead.
Apparently, this is some bullshit because I know it wasn't true. Apparently, they sold out what the seats that they had 61,467 people. But then somehow proceed to add 2,000 seats the next night.
I don't
Which,
know
if you look,
how.
I don't know if you ever like paid attention to like, I don't know if you watch like WrestleMania or anything, bro. There is pictures of the crowd in the middle of WrestleMania. Just the crowd is either dead or it's just empty.
What the fuck, man?
Bro, there's one thing I hate that everybody hates on too is that when it comes to the the hard cam review and like a lot of the seats are tarped off, it is literally because you can barely see over the fucking camera, dude. That
Yeah,
entire setup is there for a purpose.
yeah, it is there for a reason.
So they know they're not going to have full sold out seating. But some of you dumbass wrestling fans don't understand that. So,
Apparently not.
but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm ready to get into the match, Ryan. If
craziness,
you are,
but of course,
this was a
this
match
was
I enjoyed as
probably.
well.
I did actually enjoy this one. I've seen so much hate on this match right here. Like for comparison, the opener for night one, that women's world title match is, I'm pretty sure, the first ever women's 5-star match that WWE has ever gotten from Dave Meltzer. Take his five
I
star rating for what you will. It's only one man's opinion.
I think it's no, yeah. I saw it was from WON. I think is what it is, something like that. I don't know if Dave Meltzer works for them, whatever. But
Wrestling Observer newsletter. That's him, yeah.
oh, then I didn't know that. More I know, I guess. But yeah, that was the first, I think, WrestleMania women's match, or women's WrestleMania match is what it was. I could be wrong. I could completely fucking be wrong. Let me see. But let's just, I mean,
But yeah,
shows
but
what it is.
my point will continue. That match that opened the next night was one of the best women's matches fucking ever. Like it was amazing. It was phenomenal. Meanwhile, this one got, I'm pretty sure, like a 1.5-star rating.
Yeah, unfortunate.
But
Yeah,
I
unfortunate.
thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was very good as well. A lot.
And not at
It
all.
was very rough to see some of the match because comparing, I think Tiffy is 5'5", Charlotte's 5'11". So that height difference alone is very hard. Now we've seen the men do it, but it's also because you're putting Rey Mysterio with fucking Big Show as well. They know how to move with each other. These two have never wrestled each other, let alone it being at WrestleMania. Tiffy's first WrestleMania match is against her first, is the first time she's ever faced Charlotte.
Hmm.
Sorry, I lied.
And they've also had all of this stuff that where they've been going off script and shit like that. Where, yeah, I assume a shot or two was probably thrown in this match.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to
100%.
say after looking at Tiffany Stratton's face afterwards.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. I mean, we've been talking about it. Hard shots have been thrown throughout this entire match. Tiffany eventually eats a big boot and reverses the natural selection, but the Alabama Slam is turned into a giant power bomb from the Queen.
That shit was
Charlotte
crazy.
then Bro, I swear to God. Charlotte starts targeting Tiffany Stratton leg throughout the entire match because she wants the figure four. Tiffany, in return, goes for her surgically repaired knee and hits a PME all to Charlotte's knees, hurting herself, though. This leads to
Dummy.
our ending segment or section of the match. Charlotte hits a top rope natural selection and tries the figure four again, but Tiffy rolls through it and they battle again until Tiffy gets the Alabama slam into the freaking turnbuckle, I'm pretty sure, and then hits the PME with a 1, 2, 3 because it's still Tiffy time.
I mean, TV time all the time, dude.
Damn straight.
I'm stamping that.
Bam, bam, bam. I
And
am
you know what?
happy
I'm
that Tiffy.
very happy with this match because this just put Tiffy over.
Yeah, straight up. Like, I did not have Tiffy winning this one at all.
Like, and don't get me wrong, Tiffy's been over. We're talking Tiffany Stratton here. She's been over since her debut.
Mm-hmm.
But this was more than just her, like, winning. This is her literally getting the rub from what some could argue, the greatest women's world champion of all time.
Yeah. Like, someone who I and a lot of people believe will beat 17 world titles.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Without a
she
doubt.
guaranteed will at this
Without a
point.
doubt.
But no, I'm just super happy that Tiffy got that win. We see on the Friday night after, we see her confronted by Jade Cargill. That match was phenomenal as well. But I'm not happy. Well, I'm not like mad or
Not
anything. It's just
thrilled with
like,
the end.
yeah, why are we going back to Naya? Is kind of my end point. Is what I'm trying to get to. It's like I
I
want kind of
do
let's move on to
I do
something
fuck with
else.
it a little bit, though. I do fuck with it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I still want to see Nia versus Charlotte, Queen of the Ring. Run it back. The way Tiffy loses is Charlotte wins Queen of the Ring, goes on to SummerSlam and beat her. They run it back part 3. Let's say back at WrestleMania. Don't know how to
Okay.
get there. Don't know how you fucking get there with it.
Tiffy can win the
You
Rumble.
do. Or the Elimination Chamber. I don't know. Again, I don't know how you pull the strings together. This is just some shit I'm pulling out of my ass. But I would like to see it.
I like that idea actually. I like that a lot.
So, my thoughts.
That would definitely make Tiffy feel more like this could definitely turn that rivalry of Tiffy and Charlotte into more of like a obviously they're not at that level of like a Rock Austin or like Triple H Rock, but like two top stars now that are feuding at the top of the card consistently.
Yeah. I like it. Like it a lot. So, if you're ready to, I'm ready to move into the main event.
Oh
Night
my
one.
gosh, this main event was definitely a main event. This was amazing.
I just want to say, I understood the blackout for Seth Rollins' entrance, but dude, if you were there live, it looked like ass a little bit. Unfortunately, just because it's Vegas, it's light. Allegiant Stadium has no fucking blackout lights, or blackout like shades or whatever you want to call them. That'd be cool as hell if
That would
stadiums
be.
did that. But we see CM Punk's entrance. It was pretty badass, and then you obviously had Roman Reigns. My favorite, though, obviously, was CM Punk's. I think out of all the men's, to be honest. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, that
like Jay just has aura. Like that's all.
Jay's was just it,
Jay's
bro. Like, God damn, it was so much fun just to watch. I wasn't even there, just watching it through the TV. That was fun.
The aura, I'm telling you, it's Jay. It's main event Jay.
Aura was insane.
So,
dude, Roman Reigns is though just. I love the simplicity of Roman Reigns' where the big screens were coming down behind him, showing the like, members of his family.
That was awesome. I fucked with that,
was
so
pretty
heavy.
Awesome.
Oh, I forgot to point out during Jay and Gunther, right at the end of Jay and Gunther's match, I fucking cried. Oh my!
He called it. He said he would. It definitely happened.
Yeah, it was like my girlfriend had told me, she goes, "You better cry like this at our wedding." I was like, "Okay, my bad. Sorry, my inner child just came out because I've been watching Jimmy and Jay damn near ever since they debuted." So My bad for.
From face paint and which one are you to the world heavyweight champion, Oos?
Oh God. Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Punk bails to start because he notices Roman and Seth kind of just look at him like, "Damn, you're right there. We can go after you." He goes to chat with Paul, so Roman and Seth can go at it. And Seth's like, "Look at him. He's doing what I told you." And Roman is selling this so good. He's fucking with Rollins like, "Oh, you think you're in my head? Yada yada yada." Him and Rollins start brawling, and then later on we see Seth and Punk in the crowd brawling, whatever. And Roman absolutely just yeets himself over to this
That was
barricade.
awesome.
I don't know if you noticed though, Rollins' head hit the ground. Roman's checked on him, which is all good. They're still friends in real life. Like kayfabe, so be it. We do see a few guillotines from Roman though, and it looks like Roman is just in control. See a couple Anaconda Vices as well. A lot of GTSs. I do want to point that out.
A
Um,
lot.
but it looks like it was all said. Paul grabs a chair before sliding it to Punk because him and Roman are right there with each other. He's like, "I'm sorry, my tribal chief." Punk hits Roman. Paul gets in there as he gets ready to hit Rollins, and he low blows. Wait, did I say that wrong? Yeah. I said that wrong. My bad. Yeah, Punk goes to hit Roman. Roman doesn't get low blowed. Punk gets low blowed. Then, as Roman goes to hit Seth with the chair, Roman gets low blowed and absolutely just Heyman hands the chair to Seth. Shows his true colors. And as we all saw, Seth Rollins winning and even walking out with the Wise Man, who was introduced as the Wise Man on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Loved it. I definitely biffed a
Was
lot of talking about that. My bad, but that match was very entertaining, very amazing.
insane. One thing I want to call out: the first time we've seen it happen since the new announce tables have been introduced. Roman Reigns by himself, power bombing them both through it, bro. After
Yeah,
faking out the Shield reunion as well.
that shit was just
Oh my god, dude, that had me on my feet, losing my mind.
yada me.
Yada mean. But Paul and Seth being a faction now, along with what we saw on Raw with Braun Breaker.
That shit, bro.
What?
I just learned today that Braun Breaker actually has a dream match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the championship.
Oh my god, that's probably going to happen next year.
I could see it. Fuck Roman versus
I
Roman. It's never
have
happening.
the idea now that, like, Paul and Seth can potentially form now this new faction with Breaker and one other guy. But who's the third man? Who's the fourth man, I guess, in this situation?
Who would you say? Who's your pick?
Well, it depends on what route you want to go down. You can go down the evolution route, where Paul is Flair, Seth is H, Breaker is Batista, and you can bring in Carmelo Hayes as Orton, or a Trick Williams, or an Ethan Page, or someone from
Austin Theory?
NXT. No,
I
no,
saw an idea of Austin Theory and I
no.
kind of fucked with it, to be
No,
honest.
I don't. I don't like Austin Theory. I don't like Austin Theory.
I could see it.
Logan Paul and Grayson Waller and Austin Theory all play the same fucking character. And the only difference is that Logan Paul is an internet star, Grayson Waller has an Australian accent, and Austin Theory is the OG.
Real
That's
shit.
my thought on Austin Theory. I would rather see a Carmelo Hayes, a heel Trick Williams, a Javon Evans, an Ethan Page, a Ricky Saints, someone like that come up
I
in
think
this
Javon
group.
Evans is getting called up, actually.
That'd be fucking wild if it was Javon Evans. Or
Not
if you
Javon
look
Evans.
up the name,
Fucking Ethan Page.
or if you look up the name Jeff Cobb, he is a New Japan guy who just recently, internally signed with WWE. He's going to the company, and he is a mammoth of a human being. So you can have Breaker and him be a tag team protecting Seth Rollins as a world champion.
That'd be insane.
Or secret option number 3, Bronson Reed.
That would be fucking insane.
That I want that one more than anything. In all honesty, Reed, Rollins, and Breaker. If Reed is even healthy enough for it,
Might be. I don't
not
know.
sure. But I just went on a whole lot of ranting right there on that. Who do you, I didn't even ask you. Who do you want it to be?
Honestly, I really like the NXT thought. Um, oh,
Obafemi.
dude, that'd be nuts.
I
Let me
just
think who's
keep
on the Raw
thinking of people
roster.
now that I want it to be. I'm sorry.
Let me think about the Raw roster real quick. Damn. I really don't know. Dude, fucking curveball. This Cody Rhodes.
What?
Fucking curveball it.
That's the only way that he can fight against John Cena is joining this evil.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fans have been
god.
wanting him to go heel for a while. Why not do it this way?
I think that's what we're building to, low key. When we get to the main event at night two, I want to talk about that. I think we're getting into a year-long Cody Rhodes heel turn right
Almost definitely. But I think we get into night two. You ready?
now. Hell yeah.
So we're into night two. Dave Meltzer's first women's 5-star match. Dude, this match, I hated that Rhea butted her way into it, but with how the match ended and how it went on, I was very okay with it.
I'm ecstatic with it.
Again, Io is just kind of just put to the side to begin this match. As Rhea and Bianca go after it, Rhea later has Io in the prison lock until Bianca is able to put her in the KOD, which is fucking insane. I thought. Bianca gets still gets the best of a Tower of Doom and spears uh, Io's momentum out of the stadium. And then, later on, we see a couple riptides from Rhea, but a riptide is countered with an over the moonsault attempted into the legs and a KOD. But back on the ropes, Rhea slams Io off of the top for a poison Rana attempt, which would have been fucking crazy.
Oh
And
my god, that
then
was nuts.
Rhea's able to stop a KOD, only to get whipped by the hair and given one anyways. And then Io stops the pin with an over the moonsault for the win, which we later see something similar to this match later in the night.
Hmm.
I was very
Yeah,
okay with this match. I was okay with the outcome as well. As much as I wanted it to be
I was
Bianca,
so happy.
I'm okay with it being Io. Honestly.
Yeah, I was so ungotten. You have no idea how badly my faith was shaken walking into this match, thinking that Bianca was gonna win it. Like I was like convinced. I was sticking with Io, but I was in on the. It was similar to the CM Punk situation where it's like, oh my god, I really hope he returns. But on the outside, it's like I can't actually do it because I think it's actually not gonna happen. But I'm so happy Io won this match. She deserves it in all honesty.
Agreed.
And the Raw match that followed with Stephanie Vaquer was,
Amazing.
oh my god! If it hadn't it ended in a DQ, it would have probably been the second women's 5-star match for Dave Meltzer.
Honestly. Honestly.
Really was phenomenal, and I'm just overly happy with the result of
I
this
put my
match.
homie on with Stephanie Vaquer, and that was it. That's
I
what sold him into wrestling.
only watch it for the plot. The plot.
That's literally, yeah, literally. I sent him, I think, that video.
That's funny as fuck.
Oh man, I'm ready to move into the next match
Damn.
though. If you are,
Oh hell yeah, man! I had a lot of fun with the next match. Of course, I've been talking about it. It started out being one with my lowest expectations, being one of the most fun of the weekend. Sin City Street Fight, McIntyre, Damian Priest. Of course, Drew finally gets a big win at a big show. Happy for the guy.
hell
Well, these
yeah,
dudes took chunks out of each other. I mean, they just go ham for ham, wallowing on each other, putting up tables, hitting each other with chairs until the first Claymore is stopped with a chair thrown to the face, but the second Claymore immediately connects. Damien eventually smacks Drew with a chair for a bit before setting it up in the corner. That would eventually be his demise. After some heavy blows for a bit, a razor's edge through a table is followed by a future shock onto the steps in Damien's old school variation where he's walking on the top ropes. Ends by him getting pushed off of it and crashes through two tables on the outside that he had set up earlier, followed by a Claymore. Well, Drew actually just picks him up, sets his head up in the corner against the chair, so he's just sitting against it, and then claymores Damien's head into the chair in the corner, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. The big old Scotsman, hopefully going after a world title soon. I hope.
We can only hope.
I hope, please. I am happy though. He's on SmackDown. We saw him going after the U.S. title potentially.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. That's just
Yeah.
me.
You don't know? Are you iffy about it?
Yeah, because he claims he's world title contender, but why are you going for the mid card?
Yeah.
Or is it one
He's
of those
like,
things where it doesn't need elevated, but you keep it up with bigger stars that you keep at the elevation that John Cena did when he was doing the open challenges? I mean, look at the stars who are fighting for it right now. If you want to do that, if you also want to put Damian Priest into this, Drew,
dude.
Damian, Fatu, and LA Knight, all former world champions in WWE or former promotions they've been in.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it, but I really don't know how I feel about it.
I feel like that's
Very
honestly going to be the fatal
confused.
four-way for Backlash.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I do though. I know it's more of like a babyface act, and Jacob Fatu is meant to be a heel, but he's really a babyface. We all
yeah,
know it.
he's a loved heel.
I want him to do an open challenge. And I don't want him to do an open challenge with the mentality of, I'm going to do this for the honor of the United States title because everyone back there deserves an opportunity. I want him to go out there and be like, I dare a motherfucker to step up and take this title from me. I dare a bitch to step up to me. That's what I want his open challenge to be like.
Oh God, it'd be like
Yada I mean.
yada I
Boo.
mean. But I mean, yeah, you know, yada I mean. With this next match, though, I was, dude. I don't even think I had him winning, but I am so happy he fucking won. See, it's Continental Championship match. It is Braun Breaker, the unpredictable badass. Ho, ho, ho. It. I broke down your I gave you his Steiner Math promo, and I gave you my own Steiner Math promo. That shit.
Hell yeah.
Braun Breaker has 129.2% of chance of winning.
Ho.
Ho.
Oh my god.
To get into this match, though, Breaker guns it for Dom, but he runs to Finn so they can start working together, obviously. We see Dom's three amigos following Carlito getting involved, so Judgment Day can retake the match, but Breaker is built different, running through everything. We get a breakage Steiner to Balor, and then the spear set up, and all four kind of just brawl until Balor and Dom stand tall. We see a dropkick and a 619 attempt to Balor almost immediately, but Balor stomps Dom until Penta gets involved, and the Penta driver is broken up by Braun Breaker. And then, as you know, Carlito ends Penta's momentum later on. He sets him up near the table, but Breaker spears Carlito through the table from the other one because he is that guy.
That was amazing.
But the spear ends Penta, but Dom connects to the 619 only for Balor to stop the splash and set up a coup de grace on the Breaker. But as this happened, as he pins Breaker, it is stopped by Dom Mysterio, hitting the splash for the win. Dirty Dom! Dirty Dom! So okay with this. This is the way you push him into being the biggest. Dude, he could be the biggest heel and the biggest face in company history if he does it right.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What kind of bizarro world are we living in where Dominic Mysterio is cheered more than Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Oh, I love it. This was so good. And also, something that I just randomly thought of is you had mentioned Breaker and Reigns wanting that or Breaker winning that Roman Reigns match, and that potentially being set up now down the
Yeah,
line, it potentially got set up even more with this. The only two people that have ever broken those announce tables now is Breaker and Reigns.
that's true. I didn't think
If
about
my
that.
mind serves me correctly,
And they're both Paul Heyman guys.
both of them. Yeah, like so you can even just build off that these are the two baddest dogs in the yard, Reigns and Breaker. Since now that he's lost the IC belt, he's definitely being pushed into main event status. I feel like, as he should. Oh,
Oh, oh.
and now we're going to see the Judgment Day disintegrate even more. This will just be fun.
I'm so
Something
excited.
else though that was fun. If you agree to it, it is the Randy Orton surprise opponent. We see
Oh,
actually a really
woo,
cool
woo,
video
woo.
of all of like the past 20 years of Randy Orton at WrestleMania, and it was actually just really cool because you know we grew up watching Randy, of course, as kids, so a lot of that shit was from our childhood. So love Randy Orton. He comes out here, he's obviously like, who the fuck's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And then the doors open on the stage, and who's it is it? But say his name, and he appears, because I believe in Joe Hendry. Hell yes, this was so much fun. Joe
I love
Hendry
it.
comes out, does the pose, does the whole entrance. The TNA World Champion at WrestleMania wrestled for a total of like 3 minutes, though. Gets hit,
Yeah.
like immediately almost gets hit with an RKO. But Hendry's able to hit all of his classic moves, the fallaway slam. I don't know any of his other shit because I don't watch TNA. But he hits the pose, smiling at the camera, and that leads right to the RKO. And after the match, Randy holds up his hands, followed by another RKO because he's the Viper. But I
Randy.
mean,
Motherfucking Orton.
but you cannot be disappointed that after this, I mean, this is just fun. Like, how can you possibly be mad at this? And then afterwards, he immediately starts gunning it for old rival John Cena.
As he should. As he
I'm
should,
so pumped.
seriously.
I'm pretty
I
pumped
love
for
this.
this now. But yeah, we love Randy Orton here, of course. I mean, we'll talk obviously about the Randy Orton John Cena feud as the weeks continue on our weekly show. Make sure y'all tune into that because we're going to be doing separate episodes now for Raw and SmackDown. Of course, of
We
course.
will. We're going to do a different platform, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
So this gets us right into, I guess, our next match, which I loved, honestly. As much as people hate him and how naturally good he is, Logan Paul's a good wrestler. I hate to say it. I'm not a Logan Paul guy. I fucking hate him. So
mm,
that's AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Logan tries to go after AJ on the outside of the ring, but gets trapped in the ring apron. And then Styles is thrown in the ringside area, and Logan makes a drone fly. Hair just got my face. Recording him do a splash. And as Paul hits an overbomb to Styles, he has to get to the ropes. Styles eats a big ass moonsault before Paul opens up with the body shots, dropping AJ. We see a little Styles stop Paul with a clothesline, calling him a motherfucker. Loved it.
motherfucker.
Then we see a Styles Clash counted as well as a phenomenal forearm stop, followed by a very impressive moonsault. Um, a second Styles Clash though, stopped by Paul, who follows with a buckshot lariat and some body shots. But they both trade Styles Clashes, and while both are down, Jeff,
Jeff.
fucking Jeff, Logan Paul's little entourage shows up with brass knucks. Croc stops him only to distract AJ, giving Logan the win after he hits the pulverizer, which I love his fucking finish. Love it.
Yeah, his finisher is pretty cool. I'll give him that. I'll give him props for the finish. It's pretty cool.
For what it is, honestly. And then, I mean, I think this leads more towards anything like Karrion Cross and AJ more than anything. I don't see um, uh, I don't see much else for Logan Paul right now with AJ, but I like the idea of AJ versus um, Karrion more. That's just me
I don't
though.
know. I like that idea, Cross versus AJ, but let me know how you feel on this idea. But I kind of agree with some people, not everyone, like who hate on Logan not because it's Logan. I don't hate Logan as a wrestler right now because he's Logan Paul, because I've come to terms that I can separate the in ring from the outside of the ring. Like I can hate him as a heel, but he's still a good wrestler. But now it's gotten to the point where we haven't seen anything new from him, like at all. I really
Yeah,
feel like the celebrity shtick of I'm an internet star who's really good at wrestling. I feel like that's kind of starting to wear off in my eyes, and I want to see him do something more. You know?
agreed. Um, I don't know how you could do that, but I'm very
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what that could possibly be since he's not a full time guy, but I don't know.
so.
What's your thoughts on that
Let's just
though?
get
Do
into
you
our let's get
agree or
into that
disagree
next
with that
match
point?
though.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
No, you're good. Fuck. I don't know. We got to see just how this plays out. Honestly, like I can't. I don't want to give a point because if it plays out horribly, and I say it's a good point, then I kind of look dumb, and then vice versa. So I wanna wait shit out.
Okay.
But let's get into this next match. We have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending their women's tag team championships versus Lyra Valkyria and a mystery partner. Guys, we all know
Ooh.
it was the man, Becky Lynch. She returned, and
Seven.
like Liv's eyes just dropped. And I just want to point out, isn't Lyra Valkyrie anymore? It's Lyra. Lyra.
Lyra!
It's Lyra.
Lyra! Who is it,
Lyra. Who
Lyra?
is it, Lyra? Liv though immediately bails when faced with Becky at the beginning of the match, and they kind of just double team Lyra while the ref's distracted. The three amigos from Liv and Raquel as well to basically kind of just cut the ring in half, being very good tag team. But Becky later on gets the hot tag and runs wild on the tag champs. Armbars eventually turned into the disarmor on Liv, but Raquel saves her so she can get hit the Oblivion. Lyra wipes out Raquel though with the DDT onto the floor, and so Becky can hit Liv with a manhandle slam for the win. Basically a glorified rock bottom. But I was very impressed. Not impressed. I was very happy that Becky's back. But I was through the roof with what um, Becky Lynch did on Monday Night Raw to Lyra. Very, very thrilled with it.
Really?
Yes, because it keeps Liv and Raquel away. It keeps Liv away from Becky a little bit longer, so then you can run back, like you can run back their match at like I don't know, like Survivor Series, whatever you want it to be. I don't give a shit. You run it back. You run that match back at some point, but Lyra versus Becky, that's gonna pull numbers and it's gonna push Lyra to the moon if she can, if Becky puts her over. Because Lyra, we all know this. She's not the biggest. She doesn't get the biggest pops. Like Raquel Rodriguez gets bigger pops than Lyra. I don't know. That's just my thought.
That's why I would have had Lyra go heel on Becky. So like I feel like I am in the complete opposite camp as you
Yeah.
on this point. Hate's a very strong word. I very dislike Becky Lynch going heel the night after coming back from Mania. I like cheering Becky Lynch. I think she's one of those people that can honestly be a forever babyface, and I'll never get tired of it. But again, I'm not everybody. My perspective on this, though, is that Becky has come back now after close to a year, and everyone's happy to see her now and shit. And then Bailey got attacked in the backstage area, so now we're led to believe that, assumedly, it was Becky Lynch that attacked Bailey. You know, we can assume that, or maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Maybe they're working together. Still an idea, but I would have gone down the route of the night after when they lose the tag belts to Liv and Raquel again. Lyra turns on Becky. She turns on Becky and then reveals herself as the attacker for Bailey. And the reason she attacked Bailey is because we're going to run back a storyline similar to Mickey James and oh fucking name, what's her? Why can't I never remember her name? Trish Stratus from Mania all those years ago, where Lyra
I
is
think
the
I know which one you're talking about.
stalker. Lyra is the stalker super fan of Becky, and the reason she attacked Bailey is because she's so desperate for Becky's approval that she wanted to be a tag team with her. So take out Bailey, put in Becky. There you go. And then the reason she attacks Becky is because she sees it as Becky's fault as losing. Like, you're my hero. I did all of this. I attacked Bailey for you, only for you to drop the ball. And then we can do heel Lyra versus a
Lyra.
returning Becky Lynch. Heel Lyra versus a returning Becky Lynch, an eventual returning Bailey, and that's two of the horsewomen that she can beat and go over while going heel and
So,
having something new in her character.
and that would hopefully raise her stock.
And hopefully raise the Intercontinental title stock.
Good.
But that was just a rant that I kind of had, over this particular angle that I wasn't happy over Becky Lynch going heel.
I don't blame you.
I might be in a minority camp there, but who knows?
No, that's fair. It's valid. 100%.
All right. Well, with that being said, we'll move on to the last match of this entire weekend. Honestly, one of the most controversial of them all. I mentioned a point earlier where I said matches that I was happy or okay with the conclusion. Meanwhile, the in-ring, it was just bad. Like, why did we do any of this? Like, what the heck? It's John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. And I understand that a lot of people did like this match. I've seen arguments for it being said that it was similar to an old school Madison Square Garden, 1980s, 1990s. Well, maybe not 1990s. That was more close to the Attitude Era, I would assume, but maybe closer in the 1980s, like old school main events that you would get on these big shows. But that's not where we're at. We're in 2025, people. Like, I can respect the old stuff, but it's like, come on, man. At least make your main events entertaining. You could do that. But it honestly wasn't. Like, I didn't see much point in having a lot of notes on this match either. Like, it was essentially Cody Rhodes kicks out of an attitude adjustment. Cody Rhodes kicks out of another attitude adjustment. He kicks out of an avalanche attitude adjustment. Travis Scott arrives. He kicks out of another attitude adjustment. Hits one of the best crossroads of all time on a Travis Scott. Let's give him credit there. Travis Scott fucking ate shit on that
Give him his
one.
flowers. Give him his flowers.
Give him his flowers. Cody got his lick back. He definitely did.
Yeah, give him
that was a
flowers.
receipt. Well, setting up that backlash match, not to mention. And then John Cena low blows him or does a fake out of like, don't hit me, don't hit me. Low blows him, hits him with the belt, and that's it. My new 17-time world champion.
It was awful.
No Rock. No, like, chance of Cody. Like, Cody Rhodes didn't even get, like, a whole ton of offense. I don't even think he got a proper crossroads on John Cena this entire match.
I don't think he did either.
So
no, I think it was maybe one.
He got one crossroads, and it was while the ref was down. So that's what I mean when I say it's not even a proper one, because he didn't get a pinfall on him or a 10.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I get that.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not strong on this one, but I've seen a lot of people say that they like it. Not a lot, but I've seen some.
Seen that too, because
some. It's definitely not the majority.
Let's think about this. What did John Cena tell us he was going to do?
Ruin wrestling.
Exactly. And what has he done?
He's ruined wrestling. Yeah.
That was the point of how that was the point of that's the argument I've seen for that match.
Yeah, I have.
Which I can see it.
It's bad on purpose. It's the main event of WrestleMania.
Right. So you're kind of contradicting yourself. That match got the lowest WrestleMania main event 5-star rating ever. It was a 3.18.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful. The worst.
Lower than The Miz and John Cena.
Brother. Let's just think about, what was it? Wasn't it? I think WrestleMania 9. I think WrestleMania 9's main event
Oh
was
my God,
Bret Hart versus
yes.
Yokozuna, and who comes out and fucks everything
Technically,
up?
the
Hulk
main
Hogan.
event was Hulk
Like,
Hogan versus Yokozuna.
make that shit make sense, dude. That shit was awful.
Oh, dude, I hate it. I actually. Well, like I said, I
There's
hate's a
days I
strong word because
despise
I'm
being a
not
wrestling
upset about the
fan.
outcome. You know,
Right.
I'm not upset about John Cena winning.
I'm
It's just
happy he
how we
has
got
17,
there.
but yeah, how we got there is a different story. So
Exactly. Like, no Rock. I've seen Rock say that the reason that he didn't come out is for he didn't want to take the spotlight away from John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Then why introduce yourself in the fucking story in the first place? You're taking the
right,
spotlight away from them by not being there, dude. Like, I don't
that really
know.
upset me too because like he could have added. Sorry, he could have added so much and did so
Yes,
little. Cena,
literally.
I saw the argument as well from Rock. Oh, I wanted Cena to do his own heel turn. No, dude, you should have been involved in that. This, in my opinion, this heel turn. You can ruin wrestling all the fuck you want. This heel turn would have done so much more if Cena. I think Cena truly turned heel. I don't think Cena's a true
Hmm.
heel.
Yeah,
That's just me.
like
I
he's
don't know.
not because I mean, listen to the reaction that he got in that stadium. Like he
Yeah,
was getting cheered over Cody in the majority of that match.
it was. I don't know, man. I hate wrestling sometimes, but I
Yeah, this
also
is
love
one
it.
of
So it's that love hate relationship.
for every. I mean, it's literally like nothing sums up WrestleMania 41 quite like watching Jey Uso win the world title in the very first match of the weekend and watching this at the very last match of the
Yeah. If you're looking at it
weekend.
from a wrestling standpoint, this match is awful. But if you're looking at it from a storyline standpoint, I get why the match happened the way it did.
Yeah, like if you ignore the in-ring stuff, then the story has progressed the right way that it should. Like nothing's gone wrong. It's just
You can't ignore that
ugh.
main event. It is forever the worst main
Nah,
event
now we're
ever.
gonna have to do or Cody Rhodes versus Travis Scott at Backlash.
I saw that. No. It's going to be Cody Rhodes and Bad Bunny versus. I thought it was supposed to be John Cena and Travis Scott, but I think it might be somebody else. Maybe The
That'd be
Rock. That'd be
insane. That'd be
crazy.
wild. That'd be wild.
Especially if you go to
Wow.
St. Louis, dude. Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, insane. But I mean, this could also be like the beginning of the a year-long Cody Rhodes heel turn, like I've mentioned. Like like we saw all the boos that he was getting at Mania, and like on the Raw after Mania when John Cena called out his name, all the boos that rang out. I feel like over the
Cody wasn't
course
even
of
on.
this next year,
No, yeah, it was.
yeah, he
No, it wasn't.
wasn't. He wasn't even on SmackDown either. He hasn't
Where's
been
Cody?
advertised at all for any of the upcoming shows. I don't think either. But yeah, we could just see him over the course of the next year be like, "You turned your back on me. Now I turn my back on you. Win back the title, and this time it's
It's
dark hair,
Cody's way.
Homelander, bad Cody. Yeah,
Yeah, it's Cody's way
and
or no
heel
way.
Cody. Now we got
Heel
heel
Cody, dude,
Cody
is so good.
face Roman Reigns. Round 3. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
I saw an interview where Roman Reigns has said that he has a year or two max left in wrestling. So
And I'm
I kind of
very
want to
upset by
push through
that,
as
but I
many of
understand
these
it.
big things as possible.
I get
I
it.
want to get to that round 3 between him and Cody.
So that'd be
Overall,
interesting.
though, I am not super upset about Mania 41. There's just parts of it that were kind of disappointing.
Like I said, all the matches leading up to the main event of night one, they were all right. Jay's, I'm gonna purposely hyper focus Jay's for a second because again, it wasn't like his normal matches, which is why I'm praising this match because he was able to keep up with Gunther. He was able to do what he did, but everybody is doubting him. Yeet. So
Yeet. They ain't doubting
that's
him
just
no
my
more because
standpoint
he's the
on it.
world heavy yeet champion.
Oh my God, world heavy yeet champion. What you know about it? Yada yada. I mean,
Yeah, I mean.
so we ready to close this out?
Hell yeah, I am
Ready
definitely ready to close it
officially
out.
close out season 1 of the AR Wrestling Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening all year long with us. We will be getting episodes up ASAP. Like I said, we're probably just gonna do a little quick highlight over Raw after WrestleMania, do all the big stuff, and same with SmackDown after WrestleMania. But this is the end of it. into season 1. So thank you for following along with us all year long. Make sure to follow along with us still on our Twitter at AR Wrestling _. Our Instagram is AR Wrestling AR _ Wrestling _ Sorry. Go to the YouTube, type in AR Wrestling 20. But everything else, like Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find us, it is AR Wrestling Podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say we are going to end up starting Twitch here soon. We just got to figure out how to get everything set up. I'm still learning as we go. But I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.